Hello readers, it's Sasha, and today I am going to be doing the booktube gratitude tag. I know, 2 tags in a row, and that's kind of like looked down on here on booktube, but I kind of didn't care. I really wanted to do this tag ever since I saw it being created while I was on my hiatus. I wanted to keep it closer to Christmas because Christmas is a time for myself where I reflect on the people around me who have made my year just infinitely better, and so I feel like it's so exciting to do that with booktube because booktube people have made my year just so much better, whether or not it's been their videos, and I might not even be really interacting with these creators, but their videos just make me so happy, or they're my actual legitimate friends, like my ride or dies. So I love these people. So this tag was created by Mare over at Mare Reads. I will link her channel down below, and it essentially just has like a few questions where you would just pick the best booktuber to fit into that category, and you can kind of like gush over people who mean a lot to you and who are really like just your favorite people here in the book community. So the first category is a booktuber with the best aesthetics. And for this, I do have 2 answers. I tried to pick 2 answers for every question. Obviously, I could have put everyone in every one of these questions. Honestly, like some people were overlapping so hard, but I did pick individually different people so that I could gush over multiple people. So the best aesthetics. So the first person I thought of just like literally right off the top of my head is somebody who is on a hiatus. I really don't know if she's ever planning on coming back to making videos, but when she does, her videos are just so phenomenal and so beautiful and just so aesthetics. Like her voice is so soothing, her music that she adds is so calming, and she just has this really great atmosphere about her videos. And that, of course, would be previously known as Mick Wrights, but is now Oat Mick. I am dying for another video from Mick, but obviously we stand mental health. So, you know, if video making isn't what she wants to do, it is what it is. But I absolutely adore her videos, and the aesthetics of them are just 10 out of 10.
You have to start romanticizing your life. You have to start thinking of yourself as the main character. Because if you don't, life will continue to pass you by.
The next person with amazing aesthetics is somebody who I actually don't really interact with that much. Like, we've had a few conversations. She won one of my giveaways that I recently did, but overall, like, I don't even know if she watches my videos, but that is Lisa Marie Reads. I absolutely adore her videos. They're just so aesthetic. She just recently did a December, like, reading journal planning, holiday planning thing. I'm kind of just a little bit useless sometimes when I'm trying to think of words, but it was so cute. It was just the cutest little thing. It got me motivated to do journaling, and then I realized I don't have an artistic bone in my body, so I stopped. But it's just so cute, and the music is calming. Everything about Lisa's videos is just calm, and it radiates happiness, and I really like her aesthetic, so yeah.
So here is a flip through of what my December journal ended up looking like. I'm really happy with these spreads. I love how Christmassy they are, and if you do a bullet journal or a reading journal or anything like that, I would love to know what your theme for December is. Did you do something Christmassy, or did you do something holiday themed for whatever holiday you might celebrate? Did you do something wintry themed, or did you just do something completely random? I would love to know what your theme is for December. But other than that, that's going to complete this December journal with me video, the final journal with me for 2020. I can't believe it. We've made it through this whole year. Who would have thought? But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you have not already. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Which booktuber has the best editing? So for this, obviously, first choice is Rachel from Let Me in the Library. Oh my god. Her editing is so good. Like, I don't know how she does it. I strive to be as good as Rachel when I try to edit my videos because she is just so effortlessly funny, and the way that she edits is just a really top tier, and I wish I could be like her in every sense of the word. But yes, if you're looking for somebody who is definitely way underhyped, go look for Rachel because she's fantastic.
City of Brass owns my ass. It is so good. City of Brass Oh my god.
Somebody else who has fantastic editing is Darian from Darian Reads. Oh my gosh, her editing from where she started to where she is now is so good. The way she edits is so funny. I feel like we have a very similar editing style and we rely a lot on these like zoom ins and close-ups, and I love that editing style so much. I find it so funny. So I absolutely love Darian's editing. And I wish I was as good as her when I was editing, because I watch her videos and I'm like, that was just a genius, like pure genius. 10 out of 10. So both of those lovely gals have the best editing and I am just in awe of everything that they have done. They're just so good.
Now, unless you guys have been living under a rock,
next is, which booktubers do you like watching because of their personality? So I have two answers again. So the first is going to be Iris from Read Me Free. I absolutely love their channel. They don't post a lot because life, you know, but when they do, it's just so calming and they're so funny and like not even intentionally funny, I don't think. And I don't know, there's just something about them that is just really fun to watch. Like whenever they post, I'm like, yes, we have a new video from Iris, let's go. And it's great. It's a 10 out of 10 experience.
Yes, this is a summer book haul and it is currently October when I'm filming this. Be proud of me.
The second person I chose was Lois from Lo-Chan Reads. I absolutely adore Lois with my whole heart and soul. I think she is just one of the kindest and most sincere people I've met on this platform. And watching her videos and watching her recommendation videos specifically are ones I really, really love. She has this very soothing but very big personality and I love it so much. I love watching her videos. And she's given me some really fantastic nonfiction recommendations, which is a genre that I haven't really been able to branch into. So I love Lois and I think she's great.
In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my top 4 recommendations for books that you absolutely have to read this Black History Month.
Next is a booktuber with super original content. So there are a lot of booktubers that I personally follow that have really original content. I just am blown away by the minds of some of these people. I'm like, where did that come from? Why do I not have your creativity? But the first person I chose is somebody who I don't really like interact with that often. I don't even like, I don't know. He's a little bit like, he's a larger booktuber. He's not really. He has over 1,000 subscribers. So like to me, he's like a larger booktuber. But yes, this is Eric at To Break Even Books. I think his content is so original. It's so funny. He creates his own tags and he does a lot of original types of videos and I find it really fun. I just was so impressed with how many creative ideas he could come up with. So I love Eric's content a lot.
Basically, the book tag is going to be called Barkin' About Books, but we're going to say Barkin' About Books.
The next person is Steph from over at Coffee Over Apples. I think her content is so great. She has a TBR blackjack game that I love watching every single month, but she also does these really fun, like, I'm outdoors videos, and I love if you can, like, pull off that. I love that. I think that's so cool. So it's just, she has just, like, this original content where she'll be, like, hiking up a mountain and talking about books, or in Times Square and talking about books. And I just find it, like, a really interesting and really cool way to do booktube. I just find it really fascinating. So I think that's really original because a lot of us, we don't like leaving our house. And so sitting in front of our bookshelf is like, that's like the level we've reached. But she's like out in the world and I just think that's really cool. So I really like her content.
Which part of me thought that doing this in the middle of a forest on top of a mountain and lugging a whole bag of books to the top of the mountain for a finally fall book tag was a great idea? Right here wouldn't be golden content unless I went the extra mile.
Next is who has the best reading vlogs. Oh my god, so many people. Reading vlogs were never something that I really jive with when I first started booktube. I was just kind of like, I don't really like watching people read books, like that's weird. But I love reading vlogs now. I think they're so much fun, they're so soothing, they're so relaxing. I definitely can give a shout out to Rachel and Darian and also Manda. But Manda, there's a better category for you, so I've saved it. But all three of those lovely ladies have incredible reading vlogs. Literally, so good. Darian's vlogs are the ones that got me into reading vlogs more because she posted them a lot and I was just like, yes, this is peak content. And then Rachel posted her very first one and I was like, this is soothing and I love it. And Manda, every time she does a reading vlog, is just so funny and so great. So yes. However, the people I chose, so first I chose Jess at Books Past Bedtime. I just find her vlogging content not only to be really, really great, but really original as well. So she easily could have been in the previous category, but I wanted to save her for the vlogging one because I didn't like, it worked. In my head, it worked. I really like her vlogs. I think they're really fascinating. They're really fun. They're really soothing. I like soothing videos if you couldn't tell. But yes, Jess is another person I don't really interact with. I know she's friends of other people that I'm friends with on booktube, but she's not someone who I have really made a connection with, but I love her videos. I think she's really cool. The next person, if you don't know who this is, you've literally been sleeping under a rock because she started booktube a couple months ago and has just reached over 5,000 subscribers. And that is Mel from Mel Reads. She is just an incredible, genuine, kind soul who hasn't let the popularity of her channel get to her. Like, she's still very humble and very kind, and I love her so much. She's so amazing. And I think her vlogs are fantastic. I love her reading vlogs. I just find them so soothing. She's just funny in ways that I don't even think she realizes is funny, but she's just so cool. Like, I want to be her. I want to be like her. When I grow up, I want to be like Mel.
I guess that's tomorrow, right? One brain cell. Just one. Just one. Am I doing human experimentation on myself? Is that what this video is?
Next is who is the funniest booktuber? Me. No. So, the first one is Haley over at Haley Hughes. She is a primarily like mystery or thriller booktuber, I think, but oh my god, she's so funny. Like, the way that she edits and portrays herself, like, she's funny. I really like her. Again, I haven't really made a connection with her. I only recently started watching her thanks to Amanda, and now I'm just like, yes, she is so funny. She's so creative and so funny. I love it.
Literally every haul I film, I'm wearing this sweatshirt. I think it's because I seek comfort when I'm stressed, and a big source of comfort for me is buying books.
We love retail therapy. It's fine. It's healthy.
And next is Manda. Manda is like effortlessly funny in every single way. Like, she is so funny. Her personality. Oh my god, this is like turning into a Manda Stan account because I'm obsessed with her. I love her content so much. She's so funny and she's so kind and she's such a real one, and oh my god, I love her so much. She's so funny, and it's just in like this effortless way where you're like, wow, I wish I could be that funny. So I love it. I love her. I love you, Amanda. 10 out of 10.
Today I'm going to be doing the anti-TBR tag, so I wanted to give you a little bit of juice, a little bit of, you know, taste.
Next is who is the best reviewer. So for this, obviously, I'm going to give another shout out to Lois from Lochan Reads. She does fantastic reviews. I highly, highly recommend going and checking out her reviews because I think that was one of the first videos I ever watched of her was a review, and it was phenomenal. But because I already chose her, I'm going to choose Ms. Hashmi, and she is just the cutest little thing. I love her so much. She creates these really cute videos, and she did a few reviews in the past, and I found them to be really interesting, really engaging, and really fun to watch. And it kind of made me be like, oh, okay, like that's a book I would want to check out, even if it wasn't something that originally had been on my radar, or even if it hadn't been like high up on my radar. Like, she makes me want to pick up new books. She's just such a great book reviewer.
Today I'm going to be reviewing one of my favorite reads of the year, These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. These Violent Delights was one of my favorite reads of the year. It was absolutely phenomenal. It's going to be coming out next week on the 17th of November. So if you haven't ordered it, do it right now.
And the next person who does book reviews occasionally is Ansu. And I absolutely love Ansu. I think she's one of the most beautiful and kind and generous and stunning people on this platform. I love her so much. She doesn't post as often as I wish she would because I miss her, but she does post sometimes. I just find her reviews are quite funny. She's so good.
What's up, my dudes? It's Ansu, and today I'm here to talk about Star Daughter by Shweta Thakur.
Finally, the last question is, which booktuber's tastes best align with your own? So for this, I can also shout out Manda because although I'm not like into like adult romance books, I feel like the young adult books that we read are very similar. I think we like the same weird stuff. Like, we both didn't like The Secret History. We both really liked Shiver. And I know like there have been other things that we've talked about where we've read it and we really liked it. So I think our reading tastes definitely align, but I did choose two other people because this is what I'm doing. So the first person I chose is Robbie over at And His Nose Stuck in a Book. I think our reading taste aligns pretty well together. He does read a lot of fantasy, which is something that I'm still working my way back into, but the The contemporary books and the mystery books that he's been reading have really been catching my eye and have really been on my radar. I've seen him have different reviews for books that I've really loved, but I've also seen us have very, very similar reviews. So I think our reading tastes do align.
Okay, so the first book I read since I finished Sophie's book was for my lovely friend Sasha from The Red-Headed Reader. So the book I picked for Sasha was one that she's given 5 stars to, and it's one that I've been really curious to start, and it was The Iron King by Julie Kagawa, 2011/2010/2012. They have these kind of like YA trashy books that I apparently just love, and I'll be honest, this was no exception to that.
And finally, the last person I've chosen is Coley Reads. She is one of the very first consistent people I've been talking to on this channel besides Robbie, and I love her. I think she's fantastic. She's also given me several book recommendations that I've added to my TBR because of her, or I've put on my radar a little bit. But yeah, I think she's fantastic. She has just the nicest personality. She's so kind to every single person on this channel or on this platform, and she's just an amazing human being, and she does have really good reading taste, if I do say so myself. So yeah, I think our reading tastes align pretty well together. I do know that she really liked a book called You Owe Me a Murder, and I also really liked You Owe Me a Murder, and I'm pretty sure she said she liked A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and so did I. And since that is a rare thing, I think our reading tastes do align pretty similarly. But I do know that I did try to read one of her favorite books, and I ended up giving it 2 stars, but I think that was just kind of like a demographic difference because she is just a little bit younger than I am, and I think our reading tastes align somewhat, but sometimes don't, just because we're in 2 different stages of life, and that's completely okay.
What to start with first? I'm thinking You Owe Me a Murder by Eileen Cook.
Those are the people I have been talking your ear off about, the people that I love here on BookTube so much, and I just my special people, I love them so much. I'm so happy that I'm able to do this around the holiday season, where I'm able to just spread joy amongst my fellow booktubers. So I am going to tag Rachel from Let Me in the Library, Lois from Lo Chan Reads, and Robbie from And His Nose Stuck in a Book. Sure, if you guys are watching this and you want to do this and you haven't been tagged, or you have been tagged, you've also been tagged again. Thank you for tuning into this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. I do post twice a week. And until next time, bye readers!